Proverbs 16 verse 9 says, "A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." So I wanted to talk a little bit about how God did that in regards to bringing me into the occupation of occupational therapist. So in academy, our senior year, we took this kind of like an aptitude test. It was looking at your interests and your abilities, and then analyzing that and giving you a list of occupations that would be most suitable to your skills and personality characteristics. So number one on that list was home economics teacher. Number two was special ed teacher. And the home economics teacher thing, I thought, there's no way. I am so terrible at sewing, and I wasn't really good at cooking either. And I just couldn't see how on earth that was my number one. And special education teacher at the time, I thought, I don't want to do like education. I want to go into some kind of medical type thing. The thing about me with medical is that I'm really kind of squeamish when it comes to blood, so I had to pick something that wasn't going to involve blood. So I decided on physical therapy. On all the papers that I did, even planning to go to shadow someone for a day, was all physical therapy. Now my mom was a doctor, a general surgeon, and she did one day a week. Well, maybe it was one day a month, I can't remember. Anyways, but she would go and do burn rounds at the LA County Hospital. And she worked it out so that I could shadow a physical therapist there on the burn ward. So that was really exciting for me. I was glad to go out there with her. And when we went to go meet with the physical therapist, however, she wasn't there. And we waited and waited and waited. And my mom took me on her burn rounds. That was not too fun because, like I said, I'm squeamish, and even the smells kind of made me dizzy, and she kind of noticed that and took me out of the burn ward fairly quickly. So the PT never showed up, and she suggested, you know what, why don't you go and meet with the occupational therapist. Now, I'd never really heard of occupational therapy, and not to my knowledge anyways. The two books that had gotten me interested in physical therapy were these ladies that had been in accidents that caused them to become quadriplegic. One was Jill Kilmont. I can't remember the name of the book. It's like Over the Mountain or something like that. And then the other one was Johnny. She had a diving accident. And those books really, made me think, oh, I want to go into physical therapy. So I don't know if they mentioned occupational therapy or not, but I just remember thinking, what on earth is that? So when she took me to meet the guy that was doing occupational therapy on the burn ward, I was just so amazed at the things that he was creating for his patients. He had these splints that he designed, and he was showing me some of the activities he did, and I thought, this is really interesting. I was just immediately interested and excited about what he was doing. And then the physical therapist finally came. She admitted, yeah, I forgot, and I'm so sorry. And so she took me around to see all the things that she did, and it just really was not at all as exciting and interesting to me as occupational therapy was. So I came out there to look at physical therapy, and I ended up, because of her not being there, which could be pretty frustrating. I think that maybe I was frustrated because that's pretty typical of my personality. But God was directing me in another path, and I'm so glad He did, because I've been very, very happy to be making a living doing something that I love. So what I would say is, make your plans, but be flexible. Sometimes God will divert you in another path that is better suited to His plans and what you're capable of doing as well. All right, God bless. Have a great day.